We didn't think we knew it, but it kind of just stuck to our brain, and then we had to apply it to something. That was new.
Anything else?
That's it. Thank you. That's outstanding.
I'd like to ask from the facilitator standpoint, as far as teaching these young learners, how many of y'all were new to this concept this year, looking at this being your first year of the project recently? I'm just curious how many of y'all were new to it this year. Okay, so with that, you know, if moving into it, what has been great? I know all of you have hard to share with this, but I'm just curious, what was it that really came forward this year that kind of was your surprise of watching the year before?
I guess the surprise was how engaged the learners were, taking learners from different environments, different backgrounds, and able to put them together and make them work together and able to collaborate with each other. And just, you know, just watching them blossom throughout the whole year was, you know, something that, you know, nobody can ever take that away from us, because we know where they went from and where they're at now. And that is one thing that, you know, we still see today. You would never see 14 and 15-year-olds talking about culture. You hear them talking about, you know, what music they're listening to or whatever. But these guys and these ladies and gentlemen right here are a tribute to, you know, to the success that we're going to have and we're having right now, simply because, you know, we can see it. We can see it in our eyes. We can see that shining light in our eyes. And they want to be there. We got the world-class attendance. They want to be there. We rarely have anybody absent. They come talk to us. They email us and let us know when they're gone. How many learners do you know that are going to email a teacher and let you know they're gone for that day? They let us know, hey, I need to know what's going on for that day, because I want to stay focused and I want to stay engaged, and I want to make sure that I'm accountable to my group members. So that's, you know, one thing that we've seen. There's many other attributes that has happened. If anybody else wants to share.
I was just going to say that they're, it's kind of out of what he said, that they're actually eager to learn. So when they're absent, they'll email us and let us know. When they get to school, they want to know what we're doing the next day. They've already checked the agenda before they get to your class. But they want to learn. They're so hungry for knowledge. And just the culture in our school, it's like a big family. Like, these are my kids. You know, we love each other. We know everybody's names. And that's been the biggest surprise for me. Just kind of, you know, coming from traditional education myself. I never felt like this in high school. This was a high school experience I never had, but I wish that I did have it. They're going to be prepared for college, which is something that I didn't necessarily have. But everything we do there is about preparing them for the real world, and they've done an outstanding job.
I'd like to ask one question, and I believe this might go to the facilitators. What ideas or strategies do y'all feel y'all have learned and continue to teach that can kind of be used throughout the rest of our community?
I would say that the greatest thing I would take away, and it could actually be brought to the community, is actually lesson plan around real world problems, real world situations. When you drop them in a situation, it makes it realistic, it makes it relevant, and just like they said, they may not feel like they're learning anything, but they're actually doing things hands-on. So I think that's the best part of project-based learning, is the actual hands-on experience.
I'd have to agree with Pedro here, as when a project has an authenticity, when it's actually a skill or a career move or a problem that adults face in actual career, it becomes much more than, why are we learning this today? Because they said we are. It's, why are we learning this? To solve a problem that we might actually face when we go out and get a job.
We can even, some of the projects that we're doing right now at the end of the year are real life also. We're doing projects for the Hunger Games, and the freshmen can, facilitators can add to that. We're doing one for the Texas Commission of Genocide for the state of Texas, and we're, you know, they asked us to make schoolwork, learners work to provide for their website so they can provide throughout the whole state of Texas. They're helping
we're helping the West Texas Food Bank. Currently, we're collecting food donations from our learners. We have our kids divided into districts, which all represent very countries that are suffering from starvation right now. We have a community event on May 23rd. Everybody should come out. And the winning district from that event, any money donated goes towards the country that they're trying to help currently. So we're helping both locally and globally currently.
Today, they actually picked out a charity that supports the country that they're representing. And any money that is donated is actually going to go to the charity that they selected that helps with that country's hunger, education, getting clean water, and health services.
And to add to our project, the Dr. Caseman, the one that we talked to, that is the facilitator for ours, he came by and visited, and he said that we're going to allow so many people, whoever win or develop the projects that are going to be presented, that he's willing to take them. You know, hopefully it's up to Dr. Vega, and hopefully we get permission from the school board and we follow the chain of command, but he's willing to take the learners to Austin to be recognized by the state legislators and, you know, the Capitol, and, you know, so it's real world, it's relevant, they understand this, they know what they're going, what they're striving for, and these are skills they can use, lifelong skills that they can always use.
Yes.
I'd like to hear from any parents if they're out in the audience.
I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to speak without crying. Taylor is my daughter. The kids just seem to blossom. I have two older kids that went to OHS. They had good school experiences, but I've met so many of her classmates, and you know, all the kids, when you ask them how's school going, they just jumped into this long diatribe about their new project and stuff that they've learned, and you know, their sense of community is just fantastic. And some of her friends that go to other high schools are like, wow, that sounds like a great place to go. Taylor she's never been a problem child or a problem student, but I always had to get her up and drag her to school so early in the morning. Since she started New Tech, after about the first couple of months, she's rearranged her bedroom so that she has more workspace, and she's kind of got herself on a schedule, and she can't wait to get to school. She already feels like she's maturing, and you know, her friends, they come over to do their projects, and it's a sense of community. And we've talked to our neighbors more about her school than we had talked to them in the 4 years that we've been there. You know, it's contagious, just the enthusiasm that they have as far as I can make a difference in my life, in my home, I can make a difference at school, I can make a difference in the world. And I am on the planning committee for our class reunions from Pecos High School, small school. But when I talk to my ex-classmates and we talk about this school, everybody is just amazed. What a concept. That would be a great way to learn. I wish we'd had that when I was in school. And we did have a small school with a sense of community. But the training to already have you ready to go into college from a couple of years in high school, it sounds mind-boggling. And you know, as the years progress, the concept, what a great concept, has actually turned into what a great success story. It really works. The concept works. And you know, I hope that maybe we could get a couple more new techs in our area. I think, you know, Midland would benefit from it. It's not for everybody. Not all students are going to like it or excel more than they would in a traditional classroom setting, but I think there's a desperate need for this type of school to continue and to multiply.
As a parent, are there any parents in the room?
Thank you.
Are there any grandparents in the room?
Not yet.
Not yet.
You're away.
Well, I have a son who goes to New Tech, and I don't have the same experience that you do as far as people coming over and doing projects necessarily. But what I have seen with my son is him actually talking about school. After 3 years of junior high school where we have a lot of communication about what was going on. I now know what he's doing, and it sort of comes out of the blue, but it's just very interesting that we're having a dialogue about what's going on. And we don't even discuss grades at all. I figured I would know if he was having some problems. And I have not heard from anyone at the school as far as that's concerned, but he actually volunteered the information recently that he was getting all A's. So I am amazed. I'm very glad that the board was able to see that we have this program. And I didn't have no idea when we started the discussion over a year ago. I thought it was some computer technology school and just kind of left it at that. I'm glad that we and continued on. And I go to the school fairly often, and I see the students in the hallway. I see them really. It is a different atmosphere from any high school that I've ever been at, either as a student or just visiting in the community. So I applaud all of you who are sticking to the course. We were able to help start the PCA at the New Tech recently, and I think it'll come its way along, but we're trying to accommodate a lot of the wishes that the students have as far as participation in things that are regular high school settings. I think it's a great idea.
As a parent of an AP student, I was a little apprehensive at first, knowing that there were not a whole lot of AP students going. But I thought, worth giving a try, see how it goes. And I've got to be honest, I think that she's learned a lot there that she wouldn't have at my school where I teach, in terms of leadership skills, in terms of public speaking. I mean, sure, all the kids are made to take speech, but they do public speaking every week. And it's, on several different subjects. And at first, she was really, not really, in the beginning she wasn't very comfortable with it, but as the year progressed, now it's just second nature to her. And I'm very happy with her decision to go there.
As dean students at Tech Odessa, wear different hats, but I want to add it's very rewarding to be here because it's a wonderful learning environment. The work that our facilitators do, the level of collaboration that goes on, and then from our learners. Some of the most rewarding moments that, there's lots every day, but I can tell you, we sat with, early on in the year, we sat with some parents, and they were telling us how they noticed that for the first time, their son was coming out of his bedroom to have dinner with them, or he sat at, at the dinner table with them. He wasn't asked, he just came out of his room and he's having, dinner time with the family. And so it's small steps, and we see it every day, and I hope that, parents see it at home also. From one of our learners who was extremely shy, and to be here and, and answer any questions is wonderful. On Friday, we were rewarded with one of our special ed students who performed for the learners in the cafeteria. It was an awesome performance. He danced, he sang, and the learners came in, they supported him. It was just fabulous. It was just one of those moments that as an educator, you really, take to your heart. So thank you so much for this opportunity.
Thank you again very much. Very good presentation.
If any of y'all would like to come see, our door is always open. Please come pay us a visit at New Tech Odessa. Thank you.